Hello and welcome to another episode here on my channel. My name is ChaosMole, and today we are taking a look at the patch 6.0 patch notes for Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, because they have been finally be posted. Well, actually not finally. Normally we are getting those patch notes when they're doing the maintenance, or even sometimes after the maintenance. So we did get them quite early this time. And I'm okay with that, but we would take a deep dive at this. So this video might be a little bit longer than usual. I hope you're ready for that. I know this is not everyone's interest, and that some people just want the TLDR. The TLDR, I can give you that, is they changed a lot. No, seriously, it's the patch notes for the expansion, and they made a lot of changes. Not just new additions, but changed a lot in the old versions as well. What we will do, we will jump to some specific topics here and there, because there are just a few things. It's a long list, but there's not really much I can talk about, because it's like just smaller changes, but they made those changes to a lot of items, or like we all know, they removed the belts from the games, and it's a long list of like, those are all the belts we removed. It's like, just all of them? So sometimes the patch notes seem a little bit longer than they actually are, and we will jump to some of those things. So I will also not dwell too much on the 6.0 new areas or new dungeons and all that. That's like small spoilers, so I don't really want to dwell too long on that. And with that said, let's jump right into it, shall we? Additional features will be implemented in future updates. The raid Pandemonium is scheduled to be released in 6.001, which is, I think, a week or two after Endwalker is officially releasing. And then we have the treasure hunt instance and the raid Pandemonium Savage, which is, I think, coming by the end of the year or New Year, was it? Like they already gave us a more defined date when those things happening. The new PvP content, Crystal Conflict, is planned for 6.1 or later, or even later than that. So yeah, if you have been looking forward to the new PvP content, you have to wait a little bit longer. But I think it's alright. Like in the first few weeks, I'm not even sure that so many people are carrying for the new PvP content, so it should be fine. They added, of course, a lot of new areas. Again, I don't really want to dwell too much on this, because all the all the spoilers here. New side story quests have been added. The new side story quests have been added with 6.0. Quests using this system will have the difficulty and XP rewards adjusted to match your current level. Okay. Role quests have been added. Oh no. No. I have to admit, I never liked the role quests. I really didn't. Sorry. That was the one thing. At least my I was physical range DPS with my mechanist. I just didn't like it. I didn't find it very interesting. I didn't care for it, and it was pretty much meh. So, but that's me. That's me. I'm pretty sure there are some people out there which really enjoyed this. Studium Deliveries have been added. Each disciple of the hand or land will be able to progress through one of the 5 series of quests associated with the different faculties of the Studium. Okay, so basically like quests and quest lines for the crafting. That's cool. That's neat. Yeah, nice. Certain instant battles will now display character portraits alongside the battle dialogue widget. That helps so much. That helps so much. Because sometimes when you are in a dungeon, you don't really know from whom this is coming from. And you're like, is this now just fluff talk? Is this important? What's going on here? Like, it helps. It helps. Yep. When viewing cutscenes in the Unending Journey, class quests and job quests, up to including those introduced in 4.x patches, require players to change the relevant class or job. Yeah, that makes also sense. New tradecraft and fieldcraft leaves have been added. That makes sense. Experience points rewarded when using a class at level 80 or above to complete a leave with a level requirement below 80 have been capped at 1000. Okay. With consideration for inflation of Jill and the potential rewards for using a single leave allowance, the following adjustments have been made. So they nerfed cookies. That's what I get from people who have been doing like daily leaves and have especially done the crafting stuff, because the Empirium points in Jill rewarded for tradecraft leaves that allow multiple turn-ins have been reduced, and apparently cookies was the big takeaway from the crafters. I'm not a crafter. I'm not even remotely there, so if you're looking to me right now to learn about the newest crafting meta or whatever, wrong person. But yeah, I that's basically the notion I got from all the crafters. Cookies got nerfed, whatever that exactly means. When undertaking fisher field craft leaves that requires spearfishing, the number of fish required for completion has been increased. Oh, interesting. New fates have been added. Okay. Question here. Has been anyone doing fates in the last expansions? Like when you do the main quest? Like, I get it that you got some items then you could trade it in for, but are people still doing fates if they are going through the main story? I'm not talking about leveling another character. Like, don't get me wrong, for leveling I can totally see fates still being a thing. But when you were going through the main story, I can't remember the last time I did a fate. Okay, those are the gemstones you can still collect. Nothing really has changed there. The following addition and adjustments have been made to treasure maps. Cool. More treasure maps and elegant tombstones rewarded for the completion of treasure maps introduced prior to patch 6.0 have been changed from elegant tombstones of revelation and elegant tombstones of allegory to elegant tombstones of poetics. Makes sense. They're removing all the old tombstones as always. So, oh, the dungeons of Ligear and the shifting obelisks of Ligear will now be level synced, adjusting players' levels to 80. Yeah, okay. Cool. Grant and free companies. Additional items will now be accepted for supply and provisioning missions. Curious. Reaper and Sage symbol option have, okay, that's... yeah, duh. New craftable items have been added to the company workshop. That makes also sense. The following company actions have been replaced with new action. Back on your feet too. Fleet-footed. What's the significance here? I don't know what the new one does. Huh. Okay. Following the successful restoration of the firmament, a new housing district, Empirium, has been added in Ishgard. Yay! Here's the thing. I know that a lot of people are like, oh, Ishgard. Look, with the housing situation in Final Fantasy XIV, I take every plot I can get. Like, seriously. If that thing has to be in Ishgard, and I can get a housing plot, I take Ishgard. Let's face it. In preparation for the lottery sales system scheduled to be implemented in patch 6.1, it will no longer be possible to relocate an estate to plots of land that are not yet ready for purchase. Oh, they're doing a lottery sales system. Good. That should help. I still don't... Here's the thing. There's only one reason why I kind of understand that housing is not available for everyone, and that's because housing has something special to it, and people are really putting a lot of love and effort into the houses they own. And maybe they would see that effect diminished if they're opening up housing for everyone, that everyone can own a house, right? But personally, I never understood it, and I certainly do not like it. Especially because in Final Fantasy XIV, housing is such a huge boon that if you cannot have it, you're missing out. You're missing out. And it sucks, especially if you want it. Like, as somebody, for me, I'm not the big housing guy. I personally don't care too much. But I have friends and guildmates which are like completely into housing, and they would love to have their own house. They don't have the luck for it. So I never understood why it isn't open for anyone. Furnishings, design contests have been added. That's pretty cool. The furnishing have been added. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, I don't want to spoilers and all that. The Mandaryl Gold Saucer. New prizes are available for purchasing using MGP. Well, that's good because I have millions of those things, and I'm okay with just like spending them finally. The following additions and changes have been made to Triple Triad. New cards have been added. Okay, I have to say, I'm not somebody who's playing Triple Triad. I hope that we would get more games, but I assume we are getting that a little bit later. Like they have been doing for the other expansions. So, yeah. Players can now select male Vera when creating a character. Yay! Cool. New hairstyle options have been added for the females. Neat. New Hrothgar hairstyles. Oh man, the Hrothgar. I feel sometimes sorry for them. They always feel like they're getting like the last bits and pieces. They get the leftovers, you know. After everything is done, Square Enix is like, Hrothgar. Oh, dude, totally forgot about them. Let me do something. It's kind of unfortunate. A new face option has been added to male Midlander Hure. Hi, Artbird and the dude, which, well, you get the idea. Now everyone can look like the dude in the trailers. I mean, I always found it a bit funny that basically you couldn't recreate the dude from the trailer. So, cool. The following additions and adjustments have been made to the trust system. Estinian has been added. Okay. In accordance with the increased level cap, the level cap for avatar NPCs have also been increased. That makes sense. The requirement for unlocking scenario mode have been removed. Oh. Neat. The amount of experience points required for avatars to gain levels will be reduced in accordance for the downscaling of other in-game values. Cool. If they would finally fix the AoE though, that would be great. Yeah. The following adjustments have been made to Wondrous Tales. Price available in exchange for certificate. Okay. Cinder Drift Extreme. Okay, cool. Endwalker entries have been added to the seat-saying log. Cool. The following additions and changes have been made to the challenge log. Okay, whatever. Skywatcher NPCs have been added to the new area. Skywatcher NPCs, okay. Cool, but sure. Level cap was increased to 90. Duh, the Reaper and the Sage jobs have been added. We will play the Sage. I announced it in another video, which I haven't uploaded yet. But basically what we are doing is for the first week, I will level up the Sage and will focus on the Sage. There will be no Endwalker story spoilers in my streams or my videos. So if you are somebody who is very careful around Final Fantasy XIV content because you are fearing spoilers. Rightfully so. I have been there. My YouTube videos and also my streams for the first 1 to 2 weeks will be, if not even a little bit longer than that, but will be completely spoiler free. So you don't have to be afraid of that. That's the Sage, looking forward to that. There are the jobs interactions. New job actions have been added. Yes, tell me more. Action and trades have been adjusted. See, this is always the thing where I hope we are getting some more information probably after the patch on what has changed, because there are sometimes some really important changes in there. Like some really, really important ones which can change a class quite significantly. So yeah, that would be neat. The sick pet action has been removed. Okay, the time frame within which player must execute actions to continue or complete combos have been extended again. I think they're extending this every expansion, which makes sense though. Like sometimes things are coming up where you cannot activate your last combo and then you have to start anew and it costs you so much DPS, but you just can't fire off the last combo and it is pretty annoying. The following adjustments have been made to limit breaks. Use of limit breaks will no longer cancel action combos. Okay. The range of effective for the healer limit break has been increased from 30 to 50 arms. Good. Nothing is more awkward than triggering the resurrection and you have like 1 or 2 people just outside the resurrection. It's really awkward for everyone involved. In order to curb the inflation of game data such as HP and damage values used in battle calculations have been downscaled. Yeah, I have to say, I think I have never seen an MMO like Final Fantasy XIV just taking so much time to explain to people what downscaling is, what it does, what it is good for, and what would be the effects in the long run. Like I think every time it comes up in the live stream, they are literally sitting there for 2 hours explaining to people what downscaling is. I was like, folks, you downscale the numbers so that they not clutter the screen. End of story. Player attributes have been adjusted as follows. Weapon damage were adjusted to achieve parity between the physical and magical damage attributes of weapons as the same item level. The effect of determination on damage stat has been increased. The determination and piety attributes of certain low-level gear have been adjusted to match value of the critical hit and attributes, yada yada. Okay, cool. The effects of certain monsters and NPCs action have been adjusted. I assume they adjusted the damage of certain effects. They like to do that after every expansion. The amount of experience points required to level a class and a job has been adjusted due to downscaling of values. Okay. In accordance with the change, adjustments have also been made to the following. Oh yeah, this is very important. Because the database must be overwritten to implement the downscaling of values, any experience points accumulated between level prior to the release of patch 6.0 will be resetted to 0. Which means, let's say you are level 62, you are halfway on your way to 63, you will log in, and you will be back to 62. Sorry. Sucks. Give me just a second here. The Armory Bonus granted below level 80 has been increased from 50 to 100%. Wow. Okay, making characters more sturdy. Oh, not... no, I'm a dingus. The Armory Bonus granted below level 18. Yeah, I'm a dingus. The special items you can wear to get more XP. I was like, wait, so the armor bonus is now 100%? Wait, what? No. Reading and understand, Mo. Reading and understand. This is, of course, how much XP you get, like, for the earrings. That should help quite a bit to get your level faster. The status effect of True Self has been changed to Indomitable Spirit. Okay. Set to easy and very easy. In accordance with the increased level cap, new word and preferred word character bonuses now apply to all jobs at level 79 or below. Ooh, nice. Makes sense. I mean, those things already existed, but they were only up till level 70. Yeah. New enemies, don't want new dungeons. No, we'll not look at that. The Empirium points previously earned from standard dungeon enemies will now be earned from dungeon bosses. Yes. They announced this before because there were just some dungeons where people were farming certain enemies right at the beginning, and then they were leaving halfway through. Right? It's like there were some really shitty practices on how you could farm XP fast, and especially if you were a tank or a healer, there were just some dungeons where you could quickly farm the XP at the beginning and then be like, okay, I'm out, bye, and you leave them hanging. Sucks. Those are the treasures, doesn't really matter too much. In accordance with the increased level cap, players can now gain experience from level 80 dungeons, triads, and alliance raid. Okay, that makes sense. The ending has been added. Yeah, we would definitely not take a look at that. When undertaking the Great Hunt and the Great Hunt Extreme, a new visual indication when shattering Rathasol's tail has been added. Okay. Unreal trials have been temporarily disabled. This was to be expected. Yes. The weapon coffer has been added to the following duties. Nice. Oh, awesome. So you're now getting items. That's pretty cool. The weapon received from the weapon coffer is determined by your current job. When opening weapon coffers as a paladin, you will receive both a sword and a shield. Following the introduction of these weapon coffers, the items yielded from these synchronizing swords and shields obtained from these duties have been adjusted. Okay. That's cool. The gear obtained from treasure coffers and the following duties have been changed to gear coffers. Oh, interesting. Probably to make sure that everyone is getting their loot and they don't have to fight over the loot with other people. To make it a little bit more fair when you go through those trials and you try to get the cool looking gear. Yeah. Players will now receive the power of the Echo in the event all party members are incapacitated during the following trials. Okay. Huh. Interesting. The strength of the Echo granted in Eden's Promise has been increased. Okay. The Burning Field, an expansion of Stone Sky. The Burning Field offers trials tailored to various high-level duties in which players will be tasked with destroying a level 90 striking dummy. Oh, that's cool. So a little bit of a training field. New elites, we will jump over that. Players can now hunt regular elites. Okay. Reaper and Sage arms are now available from the following dungeon vendors. That makes sense. Players can now sort the Evangelist by class jobs when undertaking duties in Eureka, Bosia, Zadnor, and Dulubrum. Cool. Error message, whatever. The following additions and adjustments have been made. This makes sense now that all the people are basically are moving on. They would just make it easier for people to find the people to make Delubrum. Yeah. Elegant Tombstones of Aphorism has been added. So those are the new ones. Yeah, those are the new ones you need for the Endwalker items. The old ones all got removed, like they do in every patch for an expansion. And everything is now Poetics. Nothing new here. The following additions and adjustments have been made to the duty finder. Category names and duty list have been reorganized. The undersized party option has been renamed to unrestricted party. 5.x duties can now be undertaken using the unrestricted party option. That makes sense. Okay, we talked about the new echo effect. Yeah. The raid finder now only lists triads and duties introduced with patch 6.0. They do this every expansion patch, nothing new here. The duty finder has been adjusted as the follow. Okay, that makes sense. Elegant Tombstone. Yeah, so they basically changed this and made it for the expansion. There's nothing really here. Calculations of experience points earned by Chocobo companions have been adjusted. I hope it's a bit easier now. Yeah, that would be great. PvP actions for the new classes have been added. Duh. Season 20 will end and the pre-season will begin for the feast. That makes also sense. The items have been added. Ooh. Spoilers? Looks cool. Lots of capes. God, what is that? Really hope that's not for my healer. Really hope that's not me. I don't think so. This is the new equipment for the White Mage. New recipes have been added. Makes sense. Certain recipes can now be crafted using quick synthesis. Makes also sense. Certain items can now be sold, desynthesized, or submitted for expert delivery missions. Interesting. The number of slots allotted to the main hand and ring tabs, how much has been increased to 50. Oh, that's cool. So the brand new ring is now for up to level 50. Well, no. Besides of this one. No, this is the only one which is not changed. Oh, well, boy. That sucks. Reaper and Sage have been added. Okay. Brinold. The sale prices for certain items have been changed. The following item names have been changed. Okay. The following items are no longer classified as unique. Cool. A new system has been added, allowing players to dye artifact gear after progressing to a certain point of role quest and the main scenario. That's cool. I like that. These items are now dyeable. The following items can now be equipped regardless of gender. Finally. Man. I cannot tell you how much I was looking forward to wear like the housemaid or the spring dress of my male character. So finally I'm getting what I always wanted. I've been waiting for that. In accordance with the downscaling of in-game values, and you think I'm joking. No. The following battle-related adjustments have been made. Okay, gear attributes have been adjusted. Materia, potency of meal, healing. Yeah, this has all been adjusted. Like, those are a lot of, like, adjustment changes they do. They do, like, every expansion patch. So this is why I'm just jumping through them right now. There's not like a lot which is new here. So, yeah. The piety attribute has been removed from the following items. Interesting. The physical magical defense of Disciple of War gear that can be equipped by tank classes below level 15 has been increased. Good. Good. Because I've been playing a paladin for the expansion, of course, and I've been leveling a paladin, and man, you feel relatively weak before you reach level 50. So, good. Good. Players can no longer cast lots on coffers containing multiple gear pieces if they contain a unique item the player already possesses. Good. The error message that displays the following changes have been made to belts. Belts can no longer be equipped. Just throw them away. Just throw them away. I wonder if you can still sell them though. Let me see. No. Oh yeah, you can sell them for a little bit of gil. So sell all your belts. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Belts are removed. Sell them. That's the message. Belts will be moved to the Calamity salvage under the following circumstances. Okay. In accordance with the removal of the belts, the calculation used to determine average item level has been adjusted. That makes sense. In accordance with the removal of belts and the crafting recipes, the following changes have been made to achievement requirements. Long list. Speed belt can no longer be obtained. That makes also sense. Sundry Splendor's one-stop shop for gear and items purchased in exchange for elegant tombstones and scribes have been added to the Crystarium. Cool. Makes sense. Yes. Makes sense. Because this is now an old school area and not the main area anymore. Nice. Icons indicating required currencies have been added to the drop-down of the item exchange menu. Cool. It's pretty neat. That should help. The following adjustments have been made to gear exchange for the elegant tombstones. Okay, if this is all gone, like again, you are just now doing it over the poetics, and that's it. Yeah, you just do it now over the poetics. Nothing new here. This is going on for every expansion. The maximum amount of crystal sand and umbrite required to complete an anima weapon has been reduced from 80 to 60. Well. That's neat. Cool. I mean, helps. New items have been added to the inventory of Calamity Salvagers. Well, we'll see what that is. The requirement for purchasing the following items from Calamity Salvagers have been adjusted, and then it's a long list. The collectible dealer Mordona at the Revenant stall has been removed. Okay. The level cap for the sizable has been increased to 90. The amount of Empirium points required to level up the sizable of hand and land classes has been adjusted due to the following downscaling values. Yeah, they do the same thing as they did with the normal classes. They also removed the scribes for the crafting classes, and now you just need white scribes. Like, they're doing the same thing there. Nothing new here. Okay, every menu categories, Splendor Vendor has been changed. Okay. Scribe tokens. Okay, they removed that. Sample events. Okay. Yeah, well, I will go through this very quickly. I'm not a crafter. I'm not a crafter, and I know I'm missing out. I'm aware. It's just maybe this expansion will be actually something I'm interested in, especially with the island coming, even though you don't have to be a crafter for that. But kind of curious. Okay. Players above level 18 will receive a maximum of 1000 XP when submitting items to the House of Splendors or Ishgardian Restoration. Makes sense. Yeah. Makes sense. So those are all adjustments for crafting. This doesn't tell me much. Sorry. Oh, the spearfishing system has been overhauled and now involves a minigame where players strike fish as they swim across the screen. Ooh. Ooh, this looks kind of cool. I like that. Fishing, another thing which I haven't really done that often. I know. The pet, the mount, I'm aware. Please don't hate me. New teeming waters have been added. Okay, more for spearfishing, that's cool. Ocean fishing. Okay. They have been adjusting the Empirium points. Makes sense. New fishing holes have been added. Cool. Man, they really added a lot of like fishing stuff. New tomes, new gathering points, the number of items received from ethereal reduction has been increased. New level cap for desynthesis has been increased, makes sense. New mounts have been added. What? Oh, is your character inside and trapped in the monitor? Oh, that's so cool. It's kind of frightening. Pretty cool. Oh my god. Well, this will give me some nightmare. New minions have been added. Da. Both pretty cute. New chocobo boarding has been added. Okay. New fashion accessoires have been added. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, systems. A new market board, okay, has been added. Yeah, of course. The new following adjustments have been made to retainers. Retainers cannot be registered to the old Charlie. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, they're just, yeah, okay. They didn't really make any changes to the retainers. They just updated them to the newest expansion. There's nothing really here, which is a change. It's just, you know, yeah. Okay, nothing new here. The following adjustments and additions have been made to retainers. New objective and delivery missions. Okay, the number of items obtained upon completion and delivery missions and exploration venture has been increased. Okay, again, those are just updates and some improvements here and there. Players can now confirm items not recorded in their gathering log when viewing the delivery mission window. That's kind of neat. Yeah. The achievements window has been revamped. Moreover, the new completion and recommendation tabs have been added. Okay, looks neat. I don't care for achievements. I definitely don't. New ones have been added. The following adjustments have been made to teleportation. An option has been added to only use Aetherite tickets when the cost exceeds a specific gil allowance. Good. An option to enable confirmation prompts. Okay. The gil cost for using teleport has been adjusted. And what they mean with that, they increased it quite a bit. This is how they are trying to fight inflation. Because, man, people have been making some good money over the years. And they want to take a little bit money out of the system. So they have been increasing the teleport cost. Yeah. The world map has been updated to include the 3 great continents. That makes also sense. Yes. Let's see. Player search. That's pretty neat. Okay. Okay. The following additional adjustments have been made to the party finder. When party members withdraw from a duty that is about to start, other party members will also receive a notification that a penalty has been incurred about the player who withdrew. Good. The ether compass has been moved to the collection menu. Thank you. Because I always forget where I put it. HP bars will now display even when incapacitated. Okay. Okay. The conditional enhancement category has been added to the HUD layout interface. Thank you. Like seriously, thank you. I sometimes want to know what's going on with buffs and debuffs, and not really able to do that and to adjust that and to move that and whatnot. Oh, such a pain in the ass. The following additions and adjustments have been made to ground targeting. Okay. Cool. When submitting or trading items, right-clicking with the mouse or pressing X with the controller will automatically select high-quality items. Okay, that makes it a bit faster. In accordance with the increased level cap, the conditions that must be met to set your status as a new adventure have been adjusted as the following. Have played less than 300 hours, has not completed the main scenario quest, Death Unto Dawn. Wow! 300 hours. Damn. I am not sure, like even the 168 hours, yes, they're not at the point of being in the Right Now expansion, but 168 hours, I don't see a person as a new player anymore necessarily. But now it's like 300 hours? It's like, wow, okay. Huh. A bonus to Empirium points earned when a mentor forms a party, okay. In accordance with the increased level cap, the requirements for new mentors have been adjusted to the following. Okay, this is interesting for all the mentor people. New dungeons are available for Explorer mode. Huh. Okay. That should be interesting. The following changes have been made to the group pose. Okay, can now be initiated while using performance actions. Interesting. That sounds like a lot of fluff. Duties can be recorded via the duty recorder. Have been changed. Okay. Oh, interesting. But that makes sense. They have been doing this for the other expansions. When not looking at the helper, error messages, player can now disable resizing chat logs. Okay. Server congestion. Upon the release of patch 6.0, the following measures will be implemented temporarily. Players who were inactive for 30 minutes will be logged out automatically. New areas will be split into multiple instances. Makes sense. Also very important, if you are a trial player and you are waiting to enter the server, then you are screwed. Like people who bought the expansion, right, who are basically up to date and want to play, they will come first. And then you. Okay, this is for the PlayStation 5. For new spatial audio, cool. The following up in the character menu, hot tab, yada yada yada. Okay. Now a lot of in-between stuff. New trophies have been added, very important. Okay, this is for the Oceanic setter. Title screen, sure. Alright. Well, that was quite extensive. And we are done here. That took long enough. So I will make this brief. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, and you're on your way out, and you actually managed to get to the end of this video, I would appreciate if you leave a like. If you didn't like this video for whatever reason, the dislike button is right next to it. And if you're new to the channel, you want to see more Final Fantasy XIV and of course Endwalker content, I would appreciate if you might to consider to the channel. If you want me to play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, we will play on Friday when the game is releasing, a few hours afterwards, but we will play it. But as I said, the first few weeks will be me playing a sage and leveling a sage. We will not push the main story. So if you want to have some spoiler-free Final Fantasy XIV in the background while you are actually playing through the main story, you can find me under trovo.live/ChaosMole, and we are playing from Monday to Friday starting at 9 AM ET. So thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you next time. Stay safe.